how's it going? Happy Friday, everyone. We've got Kuro in the chat. Hello, welcome in. Hey, G. We got UG. UG wants to know what my favorite thing from the new update is. I feel like I'd have to say the wildflowers. I do like the falling leaves, too. I realized after stream ended that we didn't even get the dry grass. We didn't get any of that or the cactus flowers, so completely forgot, even though I was looking forward to those like the most. But yeah, I will have to go back and find those, probably in the video or something. But you said happy Friday. It's Saturday for you. Well, and how's it going? I'm doing well, G. Thanks for asking. How are you? Hope it's been a good week. Yeah, it's later on Friday. We had a little bit later of a start today. Honestly, wasn't even sure what to stream. I was going back and forth. I literally stared at my computer for probably like a solid 30-45 minutes of just like, which one do I pick? Because we're kind of in like an in-between zone right now. We almost did a supermarket simulator stream, but I was like, nah, we'll do some creative designing because there's some stuff I've been wanting to brainstorm. So I feel like this is gonna be a good chance to do that. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into the creative mode. But yeah, happy Friday. Okay, where is it? So that's our wall we are working on Monday of like all the storefronts. So I'm gonna start, I need to make sure I'm actually facing the right direction this way. Let's go ahead and make a platform for it. But yeah, it's gonna be a figure out as we go kind of thing. Is this new iron sounds? I heard somebody mention that the other day in a video, but I thought they meant like previous update they changed it. I think they changed it in this one. I don't know if you guys can hear that. It's got some echo to it. Not every time though. Very different. Interesting. 6, 9, 12, 15, 17, 18. We'll do that. That should be enough to work with. Let's extrude. Very hot this weekend. Yeah, it's pretty warm right now. Just walking outside. Panting. Hey, Metal Messiah, welcome in. How's it going? Happy Friday. Love a good Friday. I don't know where the weeks go. What's the Smash Mouth saying? The days go slow and the years go fast. That's how I feel. Actually, no, I feel like the days are going fast too. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get a platform. We're gonna do some like apartment buildings, more European style. Hold on, I wanna fix this lighting. I feel like it's too cold. One moment. Is that better? I think that's better. Sometimes the lighting is just like a little too blue. So this one's a little bit more yellow. But yeah, it's pretty hot out here. Let's drag this all the way over. Time for some poker. Yeah, we've been on a poker kick lately. That's what I played a lot of yesterday. I mostly chilled yesterday. I usually like to chill after I finish an episode, so we didn't do too much Minecrafting. Actually, I don't even think I did any Minecrafting. I did get new nails. Let's see if you can see them. We got just like pale nails with little daisies on the end. So I got that done yesterday. And mostly relaxed other than that. I went to see the movie Another Simple Favor after stream on Wednesday, and it's the sequel to A Simple Favor, which I have not seen. Movie was a little weird. I enjoyed it because I had like no idea of what to expect. I think I just pressed a button I shouldn't have pressed on my keyboard. Go back. I had like no idea what to expect, so overall I wasn't like, I couldn't be disappointed because I didn't have anything to like guide my opinion to begin with. So I mean, I enjoyed it, but it was a little weird. I did not know what was going on half the time since I didn't see the original movie. But yeah, we may have to do some poker streams. So the buildings I'm wanting to go with are Amalfi Coast inspired. if anybody's familiar with the Amalfi Coast in Italy. Very pretty, very colorful buildings. They're all like jam-packed into one another, and they're definitely the kind of buildings I feel like that don't necessarily look great on their own, but they look good with a ton of other buildings around them. So we're using that for our inspiration, and I feel like it's gonna take everything in me not to add a ton of depth to each facade, but like I said, it's like it's supposed to be very packed, so you need to kind of minimize on the details so that it doesn't get super busy. But there's one I see that I like that's like a pink building with like red shutters, and I think that'll be a fun place to start. But yeah, they'll have like pink buildings, white buildings with like green shutters, yellow buildings, and it just all ends up being very colorful all together. What kind of blocks do I love for building? I love a good dark prismarine. I feel like I could use dark prismarine all the time if I allowed it, but it's such an expensive block to use. I try to refrain a lot of the times. Okay, these are a little too close. Let me go back to that terracotta. We may have to do the lighter pinkish color. We may have to do like a concrete. This will be a little difficult because we're not going to have a lot of stairs if we use terracotta, but I think that'll be fine. A lot of these buildings, yeah, they'll just have like very flat elevations. Which if you know me, you know I like to add columns in everything. So, it'll be a little different for me. Let's see, we do have like this pink. I don't really like that pink though. We could do like a cherry. Actually, this may be close. This is kind of close to what I'm looking for, the strip cherry log. And then we do have stairs and slabs to work with. Hey G on the Twitch side too. Appreciate the support. Yeah, we're trying to up those Twitch numbers as always, so I do appreciate if y'all are able to watch on the Twitch side, just for a little bit now. I think like once you get affiliate, it doesn't matter after that point, but we're so close. Ooh, I forget I do also have the the crimson. As always. Yeah, I like that little emote. That's cute. I think these will be good ones to start with. And then the one I'm looking at has like a white band along the top, which we could maybe do that with like pale oak signs. And it looks like they have coins on the corner of the building. We can do that with quartz. I think we can emulate that in our own way. Give me some pale oak signs. And then some quartz. I don't know, I messed that up. Let's do regular, not smooth. I think that would be fun. Hanging signs. I want to make like a band, so I don't think hanging signs will work for that. But we're just gonna start with a flat wall. And yeah, I think these are gonna be... I'm not expecting them to look great on their own, like standalone buildings. They'll look like decent, but I don't think they're going to look how I typically like to make buildings look. But we'll work through it. I feel like we'll go up taller. Do like a 11 tall for now, because I'm thinking this will be a 2-story. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Let's do that and extrude this all the way across. And I think the one way we can add depth is by adding balconies. Yeah, this is probably gonna be one of the more colorful ones, but it's the one I originally saw, and I'm like, ooh, I like that color combo. Their pink is like a way more like fuchsia, flamingo pink. But I like it. And we're gonna be doing flat roofs, which I love doing a flat roof. It looks like they do occasionally have some sloped roofs in the Amalfi Coast, but for the most part, a lot of them are flat. Let's see. I feel like I want at least 3 sets of windows up top, and I want to bump a balcony. So where's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Let's do that. And do this. This honestly looks less pink than I want it to, but it's also partially the sun. Because when I put this on top, yeah, I don't want it to be too pink. We may have to swap some of it for crimson. Let me see what crimson looks like first. I don't really want to go chopping a ton of crimson. Let me see. If we do pale there versus pale there, it makes a bigger difference. I feel like the crimson is closer to it, but it's like, let me do a time set 1200, not day. Tick? I don't know what this is gonna do. Hold on, how do I change time of day? Time of day command. Because yeah, if I just change to a certain day, it doesn't matter. Time set. Daytime, game time, day. Let's see. Daytime, game time, day. Okay, what does this mean? Oh wait, I can just do noon? How is that not allowed? I can use commands, so I don't know why it's doing that, huh? Okay, so that's day. Maybe I was already at noon. See, it looks like so different in different lighting. When I see this lighting, hold on, let me put some red there. I feel like I need the lighter if this is gonna be it during certain parts of the day. Let's just go back to day. We'll keep it the strip cherry log. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. What do I want to do for windows? This is probably gonna be one of those situations where I kind of have to figure out the first one or two before I can do them just like freehand, if you know what I mean. Let's do... Honestly, this kind of feels a little tall. If we do like windows here, nah. No, those do kind of feel tall. Do like this. Oops. Something like that. I definitely want gaps in between. Ooh, this one actually, we'll do like a closed window. And then do this one like an open window. Because I don't want the shutters like to be side by side. I definitely want to have at least a gap, so I either need to be spacing it out a little differently or closing some of the windows. Heading out, G. All right, I'll see you later. Thanks for popping in. Let's do like a corner here. Don't like that yet, but we'll cook. We gotta figure it out as we go. Let's do these. Hey Debug, welcome in. Which part of the design process do I struggle the most with? Honestly, it's like sometimes trusting the process can be really hard. And especially early on, I would just kind of give up really quickly if it wasn't looking the way I wanted to. Like right now, I'm mentally telling myself, I'm like, trust the process, you'll work through it. And I'm like looking at these and I'm like, I don't know how this is gonna turn out. But that's always the hardest part. And like eventually getting to that point where I could trust the process took a while. But I feel like once you figure out your own style and like you can trust yourself to figure it out over time, it makes it a lot easier. With roofing, I am pretty good at roofs because I did residential design for a couple of years. And I got really into like the place I worked for did custom homes, and we had to do like not mansions, but like pretty large homes on big lots with really crazy roofs. And it took me a long time to figure out how to do them. But I do enjoy doing a really like intricate roof now. But it's definitely not, it's not second nature. It takes a minute to actually understand what you're doing with roofs. I would say the one thing that like helps me understand is you've got to like pick, say you have like a building that's a lot of random squares. I'm gonna try and do a little mini roof lesson. Hello, welcome in. I'm gonna just call you Egg. How's it going? Yeah, we'll do mini roof lesson. Say this is your floor plan. You've gotta pick a portion of roof that's like your primary roof. So when I look at this, my first instinct is I could either, if you're doing like a gable, I could either have a gable that the angle's on this side and this is the outer edge and this is the outer edge, or I would probably do it this way, which is the most similar to my house right now, where I'm like not explaining this very well, but this is like your primary roof, if this makes sense. And everything ties into that. So then I can go in and like connect these two to that roof. And then like for this one, I would have like a little baby roof right here. And then this could say have like a little covered porch or something underneath it. Block choice is difficult. That's why sometimes I do like to build in like stone, and then I will come back in and change the blocks later. But yeah, you have to like pick your primary points and then tie everything into that. So like that's how I would do like a very randomly shaped floor plan and add a roof to it. So we've got like a double gable here, we've got single gable here, or I could make this one like a single and then have like a little like flat roof covering the entrance or something. If that makes sense. Like it's kind of hard to explain in this little tiny scale, but maybe we could do like a video on that sometimes, because it's hard to see what your options are when you have the most random shape to start out with. But yeah, it's like just picking your primary points, and that's for gables specifically. So gable is like the A-frame roof. If you do flat roofs, that's like completely different. Those are just kind of, I feel like there's not much to flat roofs. Not much to be taught, I guess. But yeah, maybe I could do a video on how to design roofs. Because yeah, they can be very, very intricate. I can swap real quick to my creative. This is my creative world. Yeah, this is my creative world. Let's see. I made a copy of my entire base from my last world. I did like a Litematica paste. I can kind of show the roof better on my starter house in this one. But so, if you'll see here, we've got like this section, this line right here, and then this line right here make like the primary roof that everything ties into. And a big part of like making roofs is trying to keep it into smaller sections, because if I were to say like try to tie this line in with this line all the way back here and meet them in the middle, they would meet really, really, really high above the ground, and the top of the roof is going to just dominate the entire build. So you have to be able to like break it up into little chunks. So yeah, it's nice to have like a primary roof that everything ties into. Or like in some cases, if you're looking at it at this direction, that other one is a primary roof. But yeah, and then you can go in there and like adjust the slope. So in this one, we've got like a very shallow slope that starts to go into a steep slope. And that was just because this was a random wing that I added on later. But yeah, so for this one, we've got like gable here, but then these are hip roofs where they turn the corner. And that just makes these sides slope rather than if they were gable roofs on the side over here, then this line would go straight up. And it's just a choice, really. I don't think I have too many gable roofs in this build. I have one there, some there, and then a lot of these have like the flat roofs. How many floors adding to the build? Are you talking about in the other world? I'll go ahead and switch back. I think right now I'm doing 2, but we're very in a rough stage right now. Yeah, I love doing a good roof. Took a lot of practice though before I could figure out how to do them. This is like the most random facade I think I've ever done. Like I'm saying, it's really hard for me to like not add a ton of depth to this, but I know as a whole that I need to keep it very minimal or it's going to get a little crazy. We may need to find a balance between the two though. What other options do we have? I could do some stuff where they have like a portico. I'm gonna stick with this one for now. But I do have other options. Okay. Let me get like a decent shape. Yeah, this one is not... Definitely not even close to being in a good place yet. We did start 20 minutes ago though, so that's probably why. For do details on the outside only. I wouldn't say. I like doing interiors on every build, which these may be typically when I design, I do interior and exterior simultaneously, but this that I have in mind is going to be probably the first time I ever just like focus on the exterior before even considering the interior. I usually like to add like lots of columns and everything on the front of the build. It's very rare that I just do like a flat wall like this. But maybe I'll have to channel some B-dubs, because B-dubs is very good at like making flat walls look like they have depth with his shadowing skills. Truly an artist in the game. I don't like that I can't see this right here, so I think that we'll need to make sure we always leave a section right there. 2, 3, pop, pop, pop. Yeah, debug. I do think looking up different roof types can help too. Because there's a lot of different ways that you can make a roof. There's like mansard and hip, gable. I can't even think of all of them. There's some weird ones out there though. Let's see. I don't like that we have all the same trapdoor. Like, I feel like it's gonna get a little bit repetitive. Let's see. Do wall dubs? Yeah, we'll work through it as we go. But what I have in mind right now, it kind of requires that the walls be very flat. So it's kind of a part of the process for sure. I want to add, like, you know how they do trap doors on the inside of these things? What's the best way to do this? I'm trying to think. Oh, maybe if I do it this way, then I can get it. Okay. That's what it is. Reference pictures will help. Yeah, we got some reference pictures. Are you talking about for roofs? Let's do signs. Heading out, G. Sorry you have a rough situation going on. Hopefully it all goes well. Everything works itself out. Okay, that's kind of what... I think this is gonna help. Mixing up window shapes and layouts. Okay. So, let me think. It may be nice to keep like a deeper base to the roof, give it kind of like a, or to the build, give it kind of like a foundation. Camera's out. Hold on. Okay. Let's see. I feel like I want to do some kind of trapdoor base. I'm gonna start with pale oak for now, but we may change that. Or we could do like a cobblestone foundation. I think I need more color. Let's do cobblestone. I feel like I want a mossy cobble to start out with. I need to actually decide if this is worth it. Yeah, I think we could do this. Maybe I do like some planters at the bottom. Okay, ideas. Go back to this. Get me some oak leaves. And we'll give this like a little bit of a bump out at the base with leaves. And we'll probably break that up at some point, but let's leave it like this for now. Ooh, wait. What if I did... Can I do a azalea, flowering azalea on iron blocks, or is it gonna make me put like dirt there? Okay, I'd have to put dirt there. What does that look like? Okay, definitely not that one. Maybe the one with this. And I guess I would need the azalea leaves instead. We could do... I feel like I want to... Let's see. Okay, ideas. I think I want to add like a... raise all this up and add some type of flat... What's the word? Lattice? Everything's basically gonna raise up an entire level. We'll have like an entry level. I need to like go here. Let's go with spruce for now. If I'm standing here, that seems like a decent height. This is me trying to add depth without actually adding depth. I told myself I wouldn't add depth, but I told you it's going against my nature to not do something with it. I feel like we could do like planters. So yeah, it's gonna be hard to like picture all of this without it being in its entirety, like with all of the buildings side by side. So yeah, I don't know if you guys have seen Amalfi Coast, but they're very, very dense. And they look good from a distance. But you like really need all of them side by side for it to really have a full effect. Okay, let's do... I think height-wise, 1, 2, 3, that's fine. And then we'd probably put leaves on that. Bam, bam, bam. Ah. Anybody do anything fun this weekend? I have a birthday thing I'm going to, which I'm looking forward to. Do I go the entire width? Let's cut it short for now. I may end up carrying it the entire way, but I think for now. Mm-hmm. Oh, there we go. Leave it like that for now. Some of these need more gaps in, or need to fill some gaps in between. What do we have? I want to see. I don't think I can put any glow berries on anything. I don't think it's gonna let me stick it to half of this. Yeah, no, it's not gonna let me stick. Oh well, leave it at that. I'm not gonna spend too much time on that, but I think that's something we can do to add a little bit of depth to it. Let's bump some of this. Yeah, that's gonna have to change a bit. We may put like string with carpet on it or something. Let's wrap the corner with these. And if this is a balcony, I think that'll be fine like that. We'll make it 5 deep. This one goes up. Let's do this. Right now, this is a very narrow building. But I think that'll be fine. We can make it deeper when it's actually, like, in its location. Because we're not going to do... Honestly, I should probably just leave it, like... this. So I won't know how deep to make them until they're actually in the world. Let's see... Actually, no, I lied. I need to see where the back wall is. Give me this. And I can't actually see it. Hold on. Cancel. I feel like my axiom's not showing up right. This may be a problem with the new update. That 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, it went in the right spot. Except for I put it in the wrong place. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I put it in the wrong one. Yeah, I think Axiom has a bug. If I do this, I go... Oh wait, it didn't do it. If I do this and that... I definitely thought I was using the move tool, not the copy. Okay, I just need this here so I can see the back wall. But we're not going to be doing anything with that right now. Yeah, we're definitely more focused on elevations right now. So say that that's the balcony, then this would go this way. Can I extrude you? Okay, no, never mind. Let's do this. Okay, so now I can kind of see that shape with having that wall there. I want floor here. Don't know what kind of floor, so let's just pop in quartz, I guess. Okay, so that gives us a little bit of depth there. And then we've got the depth from... I want to call this a trellis. Canopy? I don't know what to call it. Do that. I do feel like this would look good with another one of these above. At least part way. Doesn't have to cover the entire thing. We could go like here. 3, 4. And we fell through the leaves. Sweet. Love that. This way. Do that. And then we could have, say, a window here? Question mark? Is that at the right base level? I think I need to bring it up one. Are these 2 above the leaves? That's 1. I think that's at the right level. And I think we would do this all the way around at least. This is that situation where I get annoyed I can't put a sign in this corner. We may do, actually, we may do a cornice. So then I can actually turn a corner with it. Let's go here and do quartz. I feel like smooth quartz for this one. I think this height is okay though. Oh, I'm gonna need to do a coin corner right there. Coining? I don't know if that's the proper term. Sounds right. Do something like that. Give me my quartz block. So this one is just like this. And then opposite on this side. Something like that. We need an entrance at some point. Don't actually know where the entrance is going to go yet. But let's repeat this on this side for now. And we may bump out a portion of it. Let me think. I kind of want to bump out something like right here that captures this canopy. Trellis. I don't know what I'm calling it. It's gonna have many names today. Like that. And say maybe here. How wide does that make it? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that's an odd number. Do I go all the way up or do I do like a balcony is my question. Let's do this for now. Say we do that for now. Alternative is to do like that. I feel like that's not a bad idea. Hold on, let me think. Bring this back out again. I've got to see if I did the cornice around this one. Is it going to interfere with windows going all the way across is my question. No, that looks a little way too short. Nope. I could make it more narrow. I don't like this though. We can go back to making that a balcony as well. And have like 2 doors or some doors. I feel like if that's going to be a balcony, I'd want a centered double door. At least. That looks short. Which means that this would probably go away. Go back. But then this would probably also get like a centered door or something. If that's the entrance. TBD. If I do shutters there. I don't know if I like not having a gap between the quartz and the shutters. I feel like I need there to be that space, but that's where this was nice because since I had the shutters closed, you couldn't tell. But I don't want to do that on the same. Let's do the like partially opened one right here. Give me you. Oh, and I'm gonna continue to fall through the leaves, I guess. Do that and that. And then what am I seeing? I swear I thought I saw the shadow of a bird. I guess I'm the bird. Let's do like this. Yeah, I don't know if I like this right here. I don't think I want a door there. So it's gonna like drop that line down the center. But we can open this up to more windows. Maybe put a 2 space gap in between. If I did that, did they... No, this one ends up being a little bit different spacing. Let's see. Actually, we would want to bump this over anyways, because I don't want these shutters to touch. Can't place properly, I guess. Let's do this. And I kind of want to do this one, like both of these just completely open. Or no, this one can be partially open. It looks a little sporadic, but that's okay. What if I do stairs above the windows? It may be a little too close to the cornice, but since it's just the same pink color, it may be fine. I don't know if I like that. We'll leave it. I haven't even put any actual window panes in, so we may change that, but let's go with that for now. Debating how to do this entrance down here. Let's see. And I do also need to figure out if I'm going to do like windows below. Like, I feel like I want to do walls right here. I think that could be cool. What color walls? Let's see. Part of me is leaning towards like a endstone, but I don't think that's what I want. I kind of want, let's try mud brick. I feel like I want it centered on these like frames right here. But that feels a little short, maybe a 3x3. What if I... Hold on, idea. Put this here. Put that there. Put that there. We give it like a little bit of an arch shape. Can't do a proper arch since it's a wall, unfortunately, but we can try to do a little bit of one. You can't even really see that. Let's try... that. I think we could do that. I'm like debating, do I put a window right under the other window or do I use this opening to frame it? And I feel like using the opening to frame it is what I want to do. Ah, let me in. Let me in. On. In and out. Break you. I'm gonna leave it like that for now. Maybe we have like a window over here, a proper window. But I'm gonna go ahead and just do that all the way down for now. Can't do it there. I'd mess up my coins. Let's do that. So it gives it a little bit of something down there without having to be a proper window. We'll see. I feel like that's gonna evolve. Part of me kind of wants to try glazed terracotta. I may... What am I doing? I may set it back, though. Got everything sorted out, G. Well, I'm glad you did. Welcome back. Hold on. I need, like, to see the building in the corner so I can actually figure out colors if I was gonna do this. Orange. Yellow. Red. I don't know if I'm gonna do this. Okay, just do pink. Do love a good green and pink combo. One of my favorites. Kind of like this one. I'm gonna do pink for now. I just want to see what it looks like. But it would have to be back here. You can't really see it that well. Let me go back to the other one. That definitely like blends in with the wall. And I think I like the mud brick walls better. Because that's just going to make it difficult on the interior to have random sections poking out. I still need to figure out what I want to do with this thing. I can do archways. Have it be like open, kind of like this, but a little less nature, I guess, a little more structured. We do 1, 2, 3. Bring this up. It would have to go here. No, maybe end at this one. And that. And let's do this one. Close it back. Do stairs, make little archways. This could be where the signs come in. Not me typing on these things. Sometimes I wish you had to click on it twice to start typing. So there's so many times that it just starts typing and I'm like, please stop. Okay, let's grab some cherry slabs. I feel like this needs some color, but I don't really think that I want to do more mangrove right here. No, I think it blends in too much with the shutters. I want it to feel like something completely different. It needs some darkness. I could do spruce. Let's see. What other things could I use? Could do walls. Do like a wall fence gate switch up. Let me see what this looks like. Or we could do like the lectern thing. Cherry fence. No, not cherry, mangrove. I keep wanting to get those mixed up. Maybe we do try the hanging mangrove signs. Actually, that's gonna have to be something that's not a sign. Okay, so gonna have to at least place a block down before I can even hang these. I feel like they should just get rid of that, what's it called? Feature. I don't like when you have to place a block just to remove it. No. I don't like the chair or the mangrove right there. Let's see. What other options? I want to see a lectern, but I don't think I want to do a lectern. I think that's too light colored. Don't hate it, actually. I wish it was more spruce colored, but it's the better of the options. Yeah, I just want it to be a little bit darker. Let's see. Is there anything else I think I'd like more? That's the question. Grindstone. What does this look like as a handrail? Probably not much different from a hanging sign, but I want to see. Trapdoor on top. No. Not the move. Let's keep looking. Use some armor stand magic. Not damaged anvil, regular anvil. No. That just seems a little too flat color-wise. So far, I like the lectern shape the best. I just wish it was a little bit darker. Maybe I put signs along the front of it or something. No, but then you don't get the shape. Let's stick with lecterns for now. I may come back to it. Because the nice thing about doing these is as I go, I start to figure out more blocks I can use that I forgot about. Okay, let's go with that for now. I feel like one of these would probably get... Also, why is this in my offhand? Get out. I don't want you. I feel like one of these is gonna get the... mud wall treatment, and then the other would get a door. Let's say this is like a what kind of door? Mangrove door? Question mark? We'll see. I always like to make my doors 3 by 3 so I can do the whole trap door surrounding it situation. And then I feel like I'd want stairs leading up to it. I don't like that door. Go to spruce. It's like I'm hesitant to use the cherry or the mangrove on a lot of these because I want it to only read as shutters, and I feel like as I start to add it in other places, it reads less like shutters than I'd like. Let's get some quartz stairs. And do like this for now. And these. Gimme. I want to put a potted plant right here, but I'd have to switch the trapdoors to the other side, which I can do, but I'm gonna hold off for now before I do that. Okay, I think this is looking decent. We are giving it depth without giving it too much. And I feel like this needs its corner. And I guess we'd probably do a door here or something. I keep putting stairs there, like that's where the door's gonna go. I feel like that's definitely gonna go down here. And do 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And that way. I could do like a single door right here that is closed, or a single window with closed shutters, something like that. Okay, I think that's a starting point. I think it's definitely gonna change when I actually know where it goes in the land. The depth's gonna change, and like we'll do sides once it's in place. But that's at least the vibe we're going for. Let's move on to a different one. I'm gonna keep a space between them, but I think in reality, whenever they actually get built in the world, they would probably share a wall. But since I don't know what's gonna go where, we're going to keep them separated. Now, what do I want to do? What color combo do I want to do next? I like some of the yellow builds. They'll have like yellow walls with a more of like a Spanish tile roof. I don't know if I'm going to be doing roofs. What if hold on, I saw one I liked also. We could do like a little skinny guy. Let's do a little skinny guy. This is very similar to like what we did on Monday, where I'm just doing like the front of a building, but this one we're actually giving it many layers. Okay. Let's see. Oh, I need to flip this around the corner too. I want to keep going on this one, but I'm like, I need it in place. I need to know where it's actually going first. Let's see. I wish I had a dark prismarine colored trapdoor, because I feel like the warped wood, yeah, warped wood is a little too teal. I wanted like a nice emerald, dark emerald trapdoor. Let's see. So many options. Yeah, I feel like a nice emerald green shutter would be nice. Some of these builds are just like straight up red and green, and I respect it. But I don't want to do that yet. I want to like a more neutral color next to the pink one first. Honestly, like a smooth sandstone may look nice. Do a smooth sandstone. Actually, let me clear my inventory. And let's clear this while we're at it. Okay. Let's try. I'm trying to think. I think I want 2 windows wide. It's only gonna be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I feel like 11 blocks wide. Give it like a 5 block gap. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We'll go the same depth. And extrude. I think we want the same height. And I did not mean to go that way. We'll stick with the same height for now. But I want to give this one a balcony that's 2, 3 blocks deep, I guess. I think we do that. Where did how tall did I make this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 3, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I feel like it's like that maybe. Do that first. I think I'd go 1 further. Actually, this would not be sandstone right here. Okay. Gotta take a drink of water. We've got a protein water today. I put berries in it. It sunk all the way to the bottom. And it was really because I only had berries and I felt like it was such a pretty color that I needed to put some fruit in it, but... yeah, I don't know if you guys have tried clear protein, but it's actually pretty tasty. Okay. Let's see. I feel like I want to do more of those archways on top. But with this one recessed, I'm not completely set. Where's the picture I was already at? Okay, what if I do... part of me wants to do like a awning, wool awning. I feel like I don't have the right height for that though. Because usually I'll do like this. And then I would do like a banner at the front, and I feel like that's gonna drop it too low. It also feels a little like it needs to be a little deeper. Options, options. I don't really like this proportion right now. That's definitely not the right proportion either. Let me think. Let me take this out for a second. So, I'm seeing a lot of buildings on the Amalfi Coast that have these, like, I feel like the word's portico. It's been so long since I've used that word. What's portico mean? Intervals. Yeah, I guess, I mean, I don't think that's the right word I'm looking for. Yeah, it's a portico. I feel like there's another word too that you can use, like interchangeably. Is that a word? Interchangeably? I don't know. Can't remember. Sounds wrong when I say it. But I think there's two words. I mean, I guess it's colonnade and portico. That's probably what I'm thinking of. Oh, I could use birch. That's a little more yellow. I can also just use the smooth sandstone, which is nice. Let's do a little rearrange. I feel like I want to push this out one more. So I like to meet at like a central point for sure. That looks a little funky. Oh, wait. Maybe it's because of that. I think that's a little much. Oh man, I just deleted my tab I had open. Let's duplicate. No, I don't think I need the gaps between it like this. I could just make it more narrow. This feels a little tall. May need to bump this up. That actually is probably a good idea. Like this. Wrong one. And then maybe do one more. Do this way. I think 3 is good. So not necessarily a balcony, but that's okay. Okay, I need to go 1, 2. Confirm? Okay. Yeah, I feel like something's messed up with the axiom since I updated. Okay. We can do something like that. And then this would be more of like a, in a way, balcony, a covered balcony, I guess. I need a flooring type. I kind of feel like going with a granite or something more red. Actually, brick may look nice. On these like real life buildings in the coast, do they have handrails between these things? They do. Okay. They use like, well, the one I'm looking at for reference is like white handrails, but I think they can use anything. I feel like an iron handrail might look nice. Iron bars with like a trapdoor on top, maybe. I'll try that. I guess I could also just use fences. Yeah, let's try a fence. Don't really want to do white here. I think I want to save white for the red building, so I think I'm gonna do a red one. Jungle looks nice. Acacia looks okay. Or birch. I don't want to do birch. I want it to be a different color. Let's try jungle. Stop it. Okay, I like missed that so many times. Yeah, and some of the buildings I see, they'll just have like this repeated in layers. Just a ton of like archways. Let me think. Actually, I kind of feel like this would be the perfect opportunity to have like a planter box with leaves. I want to see what that looks like. Give me jungle trapdoors, and I definitely just got rid of the leaves I literally pulled out. Let's do this or this. I kind of like it bumped out. And I think that these would go away. I think I like that one. Yeah, let's do that one. Oh, I won't be able to do a trapdoor in the center though. We could just have leaves all the way across. I feel like it makes more sense for it to just be at the windows or the openings though. It may have to be like that. I think I like it bumped out. I may change my mind and push it back in, but I think that's the way to go. And then we'll just leave the fences on the sides. We may either be like that, or we push this wall back. I vote we push the wall back. So that we can keep a third, the same proportion. Is that the word I'm trying to get out? I never even know what I'm trying to say half the time. Confirm. Okay. Let's take this out. And do extrude that way. Which way? That way. Okay. And then I feel like back here, these would be like windows and doors. Centered. Door there. Window there, question mark? If I did that, it wouldn't be centered on the opening. Is that okay though? Can I like come to terms with that idea? I want to see what it would look like with trapdoor shutters. Ooh. Forgot that there's copper trapdoors now. I was only thinking of the warped when it comes to like a more teal color. I don't know if this is the color I want though. See, the warped one just kind of looks funny with the little wiggly design sometimes. It's not always the vibe. This seems a little more normal for most scenarios. I don't love that color though. I do kind of want it to be a color though, rather than like a shade of brown. I do love a good old wax copper trapdoor. Just regular, not oxidized. I have used these colors together, the sandstone and the copper, and I always like them. That may be the move. That may be it. What if we make this a shorter window? I think that's okay. Or we go back to jungle. I like it being different. I think we want copper. Floor door. What kind of door do I want? I don't really want to do copper. Part of me wants to try birch. I don't love the birch trap doors. That's always my problem. I didn't mean to do that. Oh well. Like, I don't like how there's handles and they're very obviously darker than everything else. I just really like the center of them, because it feels like, what's the word? Like in Eastern builds, how they're like the paper. I don't know, I can't remember the actual word for it, but it makes me think of that. Like there's just like this very light colored sheer cover. See, I don't like that either. At least in this one, the handles don't stand out as much, but with the birch, it's just like, just get rid of the handles and I think I'd like it. Do oak. No, go back. Oak. No, too many grids. I want it to be airy. Like, I like the trapdoors when you can actually see through them. Maybe acacia? I don't know. I feel like bamboo is going to be a little too yellow. But I do love a good bamboo trapdoor. See, in this one, there's not even a handle. I like that. I don't know. We may have to go with copper. Which I do like the copper doors. I just feel like this is gonna blend in with the shutters a little too much. Let's see. Waxed copper. Maybe I don't like it being airy. Because from a distance, all I can see is just the gaps between the trapdoors. The only ones that don't have like air gaps are spruce, dark oak, and pale oak. And I don't think I want to do pale oak. I definitely don't want to do dark oak. So we may just go to spruce. Just as always my go-to. Hold on, let me see spruce trapdoors with a birch door. Or maybe we keep the copper door. Or maybe I just don't make it have a ton of doors around, or trapdoors around it for once. I kind of feel like I don't want trapdoors around it. So I do like the birch door. Or even the copper door. I kind of want to add windows instead. I just wish I could add windows like right next to the door without it causing problems. There's no good spacing for a door right here. Maybe we do the door off center. And we do window here. And we give this a stair. And this one has a closed shutter. I'm not sure how I feel about that. I feel like I want to do something different here. What chiseled sandstone do I have? no, we may do that for now. Just leave it simple. Probably gonna come back to that. Maybe it's not centered. Maybe I push it over to the side. But I'm not liking any of the trapdoor surrounded door options. Then if you like down here, we've got windows. What if I continue with the arches? Option except for... It's always hard for me to do this because I can't put a window in here. Petition to make windows adhere to stairs. Add it to my list of things that I want to change in the game. I don't think I want to repeat it down there. Let me think. What if we could do like a band of a different block around the edge? And then I think there's just like no good way to do a curved window. Like an arched window without making the wall 2 layers thick. I feel like I want this to be the entrance. Maybe this is where we get the trapdoor situation going on. And if that's the case, garden here. It'd probably look a little different than that. Can do single wide windows? Probably not. I want to see what that looks like, but I don't think we're gonna do that. Too narrow. Doesn't look terrible, but I don't think we're gonna do that. Sometimes I like doing walls. I don't even necessarily have to put glass panes in here if I can just make sure mobs don't get in. And I kind of like that. Because it makes the window like... It's a little bit wider than 1 block. But it gives it that shadow. I kind of like that. I just need to figure out how to keep mobs from getting in there. Because they will wander in. Also, I could do... out of curiosity. Heading out again, G. Have a good weekend. Thanks for stopping by. I can do that. I'm probably not gonna do that. I like it better with just the walls visible. And I probably won't want to repeat the exact same thing. But at least that would be mob proof. They could not get in there. But I could if I wanted, because I could do this and walk in. Let's do... Honestly, I think we're going to do this. I kind of like the way this is looking right here. I need a way to like fill this gap in between, but with the bushy leaves, you can't even really tell that there's a trapdoor missing. This makes me want to get a decorated pot and put it at the entrance. Ooh, can I actually do that? Can I put a pot in that, or is it gonna tell me no since there's a trapdoor there? Okay, no, I can't. Understood. I could pull this out here. And we could do like, I was using brick. Let's do like a... I swear, sometimes I click these things and it doesn't actually register. I should have probably used a solid block there, but... do something like that. And actually, I kind of want to do like the chiseled right here and see what I think of that. So either that or could do something like that. Now I do actually feel like I need to get a door with trapdoors surrounding it. You can see like the reflection on these iron blocks. It's like magnifying the trapdoors from above. Weird. Let's do this spruce. I think I do it this way. We're probably gonna go through like 12 million iterations of this thing again with the trapdoor door option. Kind of like that one, honestly. What if I do a birch door, though? So, like, in some situations, it makes sense for it to be a giant opening. But up there, it felt like it was a little too much. Don't like the birch. At least not with the spruce. You'd think I'd have all the trapdoor options memorized by now, but alas, I do not. And I can't tell you if I ever will. They're always just adding more. It's hard to keep up. Do I try the copper? Let's try the copper. So far, though, I like the spruce the best. I do like the way that the brick looks with this color combo. I don't hate that. Since there's no other like copper trapdoors on this level, I think it looks okay. And let me do this. And do a flowering azalea. That seems a little short. Let's try... I could put pots on here, but I don't think that that's what I want to do. Wait. I can't remember. Does glass connect to walls? I think it does. It does. Okay, but then it messes with that ratio, that proportion I liked. It's a little less wide that way, so we'll keep it open. I don't like these pots right here. I feel like I need a statue of a lion at the entrance on each side. Oh well, let's get some jungle fences. Just try this real quick. Oh wait, I can't even do anything right there. Needs a handrail. Maybe we can pretend it doesn't. Oh wait. I can go like this. There's a handrail. I don't love the color. What other colors would look nice if we brought them in? We could do a pale. I don't think I want to do pale. Let's leave it at that. I feel like right now jungle's the best option. It feels like I need a little bit more something across the top. Also, what if these became either stairs or planks? Oh, that's gonna mess with what you see at the top. Well, there's that. That gives it like a little bit of a lintel, which is what I'm thinking. Maybe planks though because of the walls. Yeah, I feel like the lintel looks good. I could do any color there though. It doesn't have to be, since it's solid block, it doesn't have to be a wood. I could do more of the chiseled, which I don't think I'm gonna do. Sometimes that's too many creeper faces. Actually, that kind of, I think that might be nice. It's very discreet though, you can't see it from a distance. So, and I feel like I want to actually be able to see it. I of course always like to do a nice exposed strip log. You can try that. There's that. That might be good. You can see it a little bit better from a distance. Not as well as the jungle, but let's see. I don't know how well you want to be able to see it from a distance. I feel like this, I like the birch log because it still feels like part of the wall. It's like just different enough. I think we can do that. Yeah, give the windows a little lintel. I think that looks nice. What else? I mentioned we need to figure out like how this roof is going to end. I could do a sloped roof. Just like a simple front back slope with brick. Let's try that. Let me try just a slab slope. Very shallow. I don't think I want much of an overhang either. So this kind of gives the impression of the like Spanish tile. There's actually train change over there. It's kind of surprising. Did I like extend this or something at some point? So this is supposed to be a super flat. I think that's an accident. It's weird how it stopped where it did though. I think that I like this. We're just going to extend it in one direction since I don't have the full depth of the build yet. It's probably gonna be like at least one more. But I feel like, yeah, I feel like one more is safe. That would mean like the back of the build would go to like right here. So yeah, let's do that and then call it good. Let me just break these. I wish you could do combined slabs. Because that looks so funny. I wish I could put a sandstone slab right there. We'd probably just have to do... I don't want to do an overhang. Let's leave it like that. Honestly, as I'm looking at this, I feel like it would be nice to do maybe something different in here. Along the top. Either the spruce along the top. I think that's what I'm gonna go with. Just give it like this little band. Let's do a spruce band. Or birch, not spruce. What am I even saying? How was that? I think I like that. Now along the sides, I don't know. Probably. Let's do that for now. And then do it on the side too. Come here. Let me in. This already has a spot, and then do these two. Okay, I think that works for now. That gives us an idea of like a place to start. I do think the roof, I would probably change the slope once I actually know how deep the building's gonna go. But that gives us a little small building, and it's definitely one that I could just like extend this all the way across. One thing that I like doing sometimes, or like that I've seen in practice, is say we do, I'm gonna undo this after we're done. How many blocks over? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, so 14. And then let's bump it up 1. Oh, I pushed it. It's a little off. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, did I not grab it? 1, 2, 3, 4. Go that way. I can do something like that, where it's like the same style, same shape, but you just like continue it down and then jog it forward. And I could do different materials on each one. I could see something like that. Or I could like raise with the slope. But let me undo all that. TBD. But yeah, there's a lot of buildings I keep seeing on the Amalfi Coast that have this type of style, and they're just all different color combos. And yeah, I feel like I could tie into that quite a bit. So that's our more yellow build. I feel like I see a lot that are red, so we may do a mangrove next. And there are some too that are like a bright yellow. I don't think we have a bright enough yellow for me to work with though. Yeah, I don't think yellow is going to be one that we explore. I honestly don't see a lot of blue, surprisingly. There's some that are like more white terracotta type of pink, like a very light pink. We could do one like that. Let's do a mangrove one for now. Do I do a taller one? That's my question. I think I need a taller building. Let's do one with like 4 stories. Let's try a 4-story build. Do this all the way down. Thank you all to everybody on YouTube who liked the video. Appreciate ya. Like the stream. Definitely helps out the channel as always. And y'all are always quick with it. I appreciate it. Okay, I think the things that I feel like are flying are just reflections on the iron. Kind of throwing me off, honestly. Okay, let's get our inventory cleared. We just have the one. And go in with some mangrove. So, question is, do I try to do stripped mangrove or mangrove planks? I feel like I should do mangrove planks since we already did logs there. But I'm a little... I don't know. A lot of them that I keep seeing are more of like a stucco. And... let's see. Yeah, they're more like a stucco, so there's less texture on them. I feel like that's why I want to do logs. This one's very similar in the sense that it's got, like, it's similar to this pink one, in the sense that they have like the white coins on the corner, and they have a lot of like white trim. So it may be a little similar in that situation, but I need to figure out how many windows wide. We may keep this shape or like width and then just do more height. So what did I count that as? I think 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's go this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13. And extrude. Okay, so let's say I liked starting this window on the second block. So let's say we do a 3 tall window there. And then there'd be the top, there'd be floor, gap, 1, 2, 3. So 3 in between each. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So it may end up being really tall. We can always shorten it later. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 1. I feel like it'd be like that height. Not terribly tall. Definitely tall, but could be worse. I want to do a band, like a band around the center of white. So let me see if I did a quartz band. Let me see. I want to see with the stairs the extra depth that it adds. I don't know if I like that shadow or not. We may come back in and just swap it for a solid block. Not terrible with that like little shadow on it. Okay. And give me the quartz. Let me get a block of quartz. I think I want to do... We may end up making this a little bit wider. To get that coin along the side. Let's try this. No. This is such an orange red in this lighting. Kind of throws me off. Alright. Let's keep going. Actually, wrong. I need to extend this. Y'all are all quiet today. It's that end of week, like, where you just want to take a nap, I feel like. Some Fridays I'm all hyped. Some Fridays I'm just like, it's been a minute. I need a day. I need some time. Okay. I feel like this lighting is too blue now. We're changing it again. A little warm. I'll go with that. Lighting just seems off for now. I don't know what it is. Some days are just different than others in here. It's weird. I change the lighting almost every single time. And I don't have too much natural light coming in usually. So it should be a more controlled environment. But sometimes it still changes. Okay, let's bump these windows. I feel like this is probably going to be like one of those corner builds where you like enter from the side. You don't enter like straight on. Let's do this all symmetrical. We've got a width issue. That one's gonna be wider in the center if I do a one block gap in between. Honestly, not bad though. If I need to make it a little bit wider so that I can keep that as a 2 wide window, that's fine. Or part of me kind of feels like I should have a 2 block gap between everything. I feel like that looks better. I think I'm gonna have to push everything over to the side. Let's do a move tool and go like this and confirm. And then do cancel. Sometimes I like scroll click when I think that I'm actually on my hotbar and end up being in the tool, and then it just messes everything up. That's what just happened there. Okay, I like those. I like having the 2 blocks in between there. As much to say that I feel that. Let's do that. Just one of those Fridays, for sure. But hey, glad you all are deciding to spend it with me today. There's like this weird film coming off my blackberries in here. I don't know if you can see that, but it's kind of freaking me out. I'm sure it's safe because normally I would just eat them anyways, but kind of strange. I like the way this looks with the little bit of grass popping through the color of the green, but that would probably not happen in the actual build. Maybe I need to put like a prismarine wall back here. Maybe that's my chance to get the emerald green that I want. Like if this was... I'm getting a little sidetracked, but that's okay. Like that. Get that like emerald green. I like that. Yeah, maybe when I actually do an interior, I'll put a prismarine wall in there so that it can be seen through the windows. Let's see. So, I want to see. I don't like that color. I feel like a sign. I feel like I need something like right above it, but I think it's gonna look funny. Maybe we just do a good old exposed stripped log at the top. Like I've done on, I think, every single one of these now, but I like doing that. Maybe all of these just have, maybe that entire band along the top has an exposed log. And we delete these. What did I think of that? I like that. Having that little bit of texture change. Subtle, but I think it adds a little bit to the build. I feel like it's just the lighting that's probably making this appear so orange. What does it look like if I do a time set noon? Yeah, it looks a lot less orange at this time of day. It looks so different at this time of day. Looks like a high school. I can see it. I can definitely see it. Let me go back. I don't like this color. Day. This may end up being a little too tall, but I think we will want to incorporate a lot of different heights along the entire area. And so I think we can make it work. Like, when I say a lot of builds, very dense, I'm talking like 50 different builds all in one area, and they would all just be purely aesthetic in the world. They wouldn't actually be for any... Excuse me. It didn't work. They won't actually be for any kind of like farm or anything. It would just be for vibes. And so, if there's 50 buildings, I can layer them. Like, oh no, what did I do? How did I do that? What the heck? Silly. This mod is so weird sometimes. But like, I could have this be like a background building, because it's gonna have like multiple layers front to back. I could have like this one be way back there, and then in that situation the height would make a lot more sense. If that were the case, I feel like the entry would be like up here. You would have to put like some road, and you enter the building at like the middle level. I think it's gonna be one of those projects that I work on slowly. Why are you here? I may have to go in and do like a wool framework to figure out just how much like what proportions we're working with. It's probably gonna be one of those situations. I think this one needs a little covered trellis entrance, off-centered. Give me the blocks. Probably there. That's where you'd enter, I think. Yeah, I think this is gonna be a part of a very long project that we just do like little builds at a time whenever the vibe is right. It'll probably be like my Nether Hub type projects where I just do them whenever I'm like editing or working on something else, and so it becomes like a stream only project. We'll see, we'll see. Because it's going to be a very long project. Definitely not one that I'm just going to do in a day whenever it's actually getting put into the world. Don't know how I like that with the leaves, because it's complementary colors and great, but Christmas. That's all I see whenever I see red and green together. Are there other leaves I would rather use? Throw in some cherry leaves. I don't think that's the vibe though. I could do mangrove leaves, because mangrove leaves are actually really pretty. More green than the last, but that's fine. It's just gonna be that way. Ah! I think my keyboard died. Hold on. Let me plug it in. This always happens at the worst time. You like them? Are you talking about the leaves? Where's my cable that's this size? I've got a USB-C right here, which is not what I need. I just organized all my cables recently. Look at this. They're in like, they're all nicely zip tied. And I still can't find what I need. I have a lot of USB-Cs. There's another one. I feel like everything is USB-C these days, so I always have a ton of them. Let's do this one. I think this is a multi-adapter cable. Usually I have a pink cable around here that I use for this one, but it's very short. Like them all the buildings. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I feel like I could go forever on these and I would just barely put a dent into all the different options I'll need. We'll probably like translate them over to a creative copy at some point so I can actually fit them within the land. Because it's going to change a lot whenever I actually know how much space we have to work with. Perks of a wireless keyboard is it always dies on me. Gotta take my other cable out. See, this one's USB-C. I have to use a USB-C for my mouse when it dies, and then I have to use micro USB for my keyboard, which is like, get with the times. I'm very surprised the keyboard's not USB-C like everything else these days. I'm still behind on the iPhone USB-C. I still have a Lightning on that. Okay. Keyboard is charging and working. Let's go ahead and do... Excuse me. Let's do the mangrove leaves. I do like mangrove leaves. I feel like I need to introduce some other color to counter all of these. Maybe I just need my favorite flower ever, the torch flower, that brings all these colors together. This torch flower always helps. I feel like it's hard to find a good color to go with red and green. Like blue doesn't look great. I don't really like yellow. Everything, it just looks funny with red in my opinion. Torch flower helps though. I don't know where the torch flower is gonna go, but I'll just leave it there. That's the decoration. Okay. What do we got going on here? I feel like I may not use shutters on this one, but I don't know. It kind of feels like I want to have like... Scratch what I said. We're doing shutters. Because I feel like it'd be nice, especially with this many windows, to see all of the different windows with like different shutters phases. Have some closed, some open, like the other one. I feel like this definitely needs it since it's got way more windows. No, wrong way. It's so hard to... Stop it. I need to figure out the way of holding shift while flying in creative. I don't use creative enough to where it like is second nature for me. Sometimes I can get it. Today's not one of those days. See, I feel like it looks better to have all these different shutters. But do I like the spruce? I don't know. We're gonna go with it. We'll go with it. This feels like one of those builds where I need to have like something outside to act as a air conditioning unit. How do people do that? What do you use to make an air conditioner in a Minecraft? Maybe a loom. Hold on, let me swap to a different hotbar. Definitely iron bars. I need to look at some buildings. So there was a place. Vermoncha? No. There was in a neighborhood with graffiti on each building. There's a neighborhood that I went to whenever, this is it. What's it called? When I was in Italy, we went to this neighborhood and we like studied it. And it's a really cool neighborhood that had all these different apartment buildings, and each building had its own graffiti. Tormarancha, that's what it is. Tormarancia. Tormarancha. And they'd put a different mural on each building. And it was a very cool little neighborhood, but sometimes they'd have these AC units sticking out. And they would like connect. No, I guess sometimes you'd see the piping, but they'd always paint it with the graffiti. So it was pretty incognito. Yeah, I think I kind of want to do some of this. I forgot about this neighborhood. Very cool place. But I feel like a loom is a decent air conditioning unit, even though it's not like silver or anything. Maybe blast furnace with like a iron bar. Hold on, I'm going back to that page in a second. Yeah, I feel like details are gonna be my friend on this building. Give me a lever. Yeah, I kind of like the blast furnace. I need to look into like the actual way to like place these where it makes sense. But I do think we could do that. Just have like random air conditioning units popping at the side. I don't really like this one being here. Probably something like that. Wait, we'll put this one on the other side. I feel like that's the best I'm gonna get with a to make it look like an air conditioning unit. I'll have to look and see like how other people do it, because I know that I've seen it, I just don't remember how they do it. Wrong buttons. I did it. Nope. Forgot that that was a thing. I like that too. Do we do one here? Maybe. Okay. Let's go back to this one and do our shutters. But I'm gonna have to come back to this, figure out exactly how I want to do it. But yeah, I think we'll want to put some little details like that on the outside. Shutters. How do we want to do this? I don't want to do like the exact same thing flip. Let's do... do that one. One open, one closed. Open. This one's gonna be like that. What if I did like a different trap door on like the center? or the opposite, do on this way. I kind of like that. So I feel like the same spruce is kind of getting boring. Let's try that. If I did that all the way across though, my question is, will it get to be too much? Kind of like it. Part of me wants it to be a different color though. I think I'm gonna leave it, but I'm looking at my options right now. Yeah, I feel like these two work together. Da-bop. Ah, I didn't mean to do that. Da-bop. No, no. And those. Do this. Oh, that automatically closes because of the lever. That's funny. Is this gonna automatically, or I guess this is probably gonna stay open. Then dirt here. And here. I'll do something like that. I don't love the trapdoor combo yet, but we can work with that. It's not locked in place. But at least it's different. Okay. And then let's do this one fully closed. Ah. Bop. I can't place them as quickly when they're different styles, but that's okay. Let's do this one as closed. We kind of are obligated to do it closed when it's like that between the where the blast furnace is. I can't really do anything else. Bop, bop, bop. And we'll do this one open. Do this one open all the way, maybe. I think we'll do a partially open. Yeah, I don't know if I'm liking the oak one now. I'm gonna leave it for now. Part of me, I'm like, bamboo, maybe? I feel like I can never decide on a trapdoor. There's so many options, and I feel like none of them are exactly what I want, ever. Let's get some stairs and slabs. Actually, this feels like it would be nice with a stone brick floor, I think. Let's go back here and do that. Sometimes I hear myself walking in the game and it makes me think somebody's like walking up behind me. And that's what just happened. Freaks me out every time. Okay. Let's do a oak door for now. Or wait, no. I kind of want to do a pale oak. Do this one. Up. Up, up. And that. Oak stands out nice against the red. Yeah, I think we can... I'm gonna think about the grid, but I like the color, and I do like having something different between the spruce and the oak, like capping it off with something else. The grid gets to be a little bit much, but maybe it just needs more details. But yeah, I do agree. I think the color works well with the red. Oh, I keep doing that. I'm kind of surprised that this doesn't... Okay, now it does. I was like, I'm surprised it's not flipping it. I'm gonna add these in anywhere there's not a air conditioner thing already. I did it. I'm figuring out this whole creative thing. Every time I start to figure it out, though, I go back to survival, and then it throws me off. Okay. We've got that. Roof. Not so sure. Probably just a white cornice again. We'll do that for now. Yeah, I feel like it needs more color. And like weird little details. I want more of these. Oh, wait. So if we're treating these like apartments, I can do more flower boxes. Wait, let's do... I kind of want to do azalea now. So like, they have an air conditioner there. This one has a planter box. We can kind of do that all the way around. Do something like that. And then more trapdoors. Always more trapdoors. I kind of want to do the mangrove now. How does that look? I could do each one. So I think the idea is that these could have completely different tenants on each level or each apartment, and so they can decorate the planter box however they want. So it could be different on each one. Let's do a jungle and a acacia. Like that, and then maybe this one they both get the same because it's like the same owner. Ah. Vibes and put bring stands in some of the windows. I'm down. We're not really doing a lot of like glass panes, and honestly, I feel like that's pretty realistic for Italy, because like yeah, they'll have glass windows, but a lot of the times, like if they have their shutters open, they're not gonna have like the window closed. They may have like a, let me see. Pretend they have like a partially open window, so you would have like glass on one side. We pretend that's open. They like opened it up somehow, like that. I don't know. It might be a vibe. But if that's the case, if I do that, then I can just set things on the stands or on those sails. Hey Dax, welcome in. Can you join? This is just a creative world right now. Solo creative world. Not a realm. Yeah, bump that up there. We'll just do 2. I do like having it like this. You can't even see that one, so I'll leave that one out. Actually, we could do it up there. I kind of like that, just having like random glass panes in there. Gives the idea that there's like a window that's been opened. Yeah, I think just having one at the top for these ones that are half open makes more sense than putting the panes behind the trapdoors. I think that, I kind of like that. Adds a little bit of shadow to it. Man, that little teeny change. And yeah, we got some brewing stands. This is where I could start to pull in the pots and the torch flowers. Put those in like the opposing windows. I feel like they would probably have like, what's the cat grass? I feel like cat grass is a better or like a possible like window plant you would have. I see that a lot. You could do those. Cute. What other? I wish I could put glowberries in a pot because then they look like little oranges. Or like a bowl of oranges. Use like resin somehow. Just put a random egg. I guess I could do some sea pickles. Yeah, this project today has definitely been a trust the process kind of project. I like it from a distance. So you can't put grass in pots. I don't know if I remembered that. It's kind of surprising though. Like I would think you could put grass if you can put a cactus. Cactus is like so tiny. Let me have an egg. Or, I mean, the cactus I feel like is too big to go in a pot, especially in comparison to grass. Okay, just a random egg. Somebody's hatching eggs right there. Now on this section down here, not really sure what I want to do because most of the time this is gonna be like where an office is. So let's see. Like I feel like a lot of the times the bottom level is just all. Let's do walls. Take a note from my first round and do a stone wall or something. Stone or tough. I could have done tough there. Let's do tough. I always forget tough exists. Let's do. I think tough works. Hey turtle, welcome in. Good morning. We're gonna say you just woke up. But yeah, going pretty well. Working on some little apartment buildings. Fun stuff. I like doing these kinds of builds. Do that. Get these walls. Put these walls in here. Used to be possible it was removed. Why would they remove that? It's such a random thing to remove. Make it make sense. Yeah, I would think that you could do that. That's cool. Thanks. These are fun. We got like a little pink building. I'm channeling the Amalfi Coast in Italy. Love those buildings, and it's like all very dense, lots of buildings jam-packed together. And so it's kind of that thing where, like I was saying earlier, it'll probably end up being like 50 different builds in the end, all side by side. And it's like, you kind of have to have very simple builds because when they're all very dense, it starts to read as a whole. It's kind of hard to like look at them as standalone builds when they're not like surrounded by all the context. But as always, we're trusting the process, and I'm excited to actually put it in the world, but it's probably going to be one of those like stream side projects. We'll see. Because I don't think they're gonna have... I don't know if they're really gonna have interiors. Probably very basic interiors. Cat Zuba has to have random dirt in the floor for my cat grass. That's funny. I'm assuming you mean a cat gazebo you made in Minecraft. Yeah, don't get the... Put it back in pots. Why'd they take that away? It's annoying. That's why we can't have nice things. I don't really know what to do on this bottom level right here. Maybe we add another AC unit. Actually, I feel like this needs to go here. We'll do that one that way. Do managers deserve windows? Yes, but I feel like they would probably not ever have them open. Like, I feel like I need to keep this closed so that it feels like a ground floor, like maintenance kind of level. So in reality, I guess it would still have an AC unit. It just wouldn't have shutters and windows. Or the shutters would just always be closed. I need more things down here. I don't really want to do planters. Honestly, this may be a situation where I just put a tree. There'd probably be a tree here, IRL. So I may leave that bare for now. I feel like I should at least put something there. But yeah, I feel like it would just have some kind of like shrubbery. Let's do like flowering azalea bushes. Or just azalea, not flowering. And dirt. Let's do like bam, bam, wham, bam. Do like that. With... Can I stack them? I don't think I can. Give me some azalea leaves. No. Maybe this is where the torch flowers come in again. A bench? Oh yeah, that's a good point. Let's do that. I feel like it needs to have some height to it. We do a bed. We're doing a bed bench, my favorite kind of bench for now. At least it's the right width. And get me some traps. I don't know what color I'd want. Let's do white for now. High back bench. Didn't mean to do that. Give me some pale oak. I want to see what this looks like. It's got a high back. I guess in reality they're not going to have that kind of back, but I want it to look. Be like that. It's a random white block, but you can hardly even tell. I think that works. And yeah, there'd probably be landscape around it, IRL. The oak trapdoors are growing on me with all the squares. I think now that we have all these like planters and other details in there, it helps blend it all. But yeah, I mean, pretty flat building, but we are able to add a little bit of depth with the details. Yes, I never even put a roof on this thing. Oh well, I'll leave it like that for now. See? Alas, I think that is going to be all for today. I do think we're going to come back to these little creative projects a little bit more in the future. Maybe we do more on Monday. We'll see. Like I said, we're kind of in an in-between place with like episodes. So we may do another creative stream on Monday. We'll see. Because I do still need to do more of those storefront designs. But I don't think I'm at a point where I know how many to do quite yet. So we'll see. But I do want to do a lot more of these builds. Just like planning for them, because it's going to be a big project that takes a lot of time. So we'll have to spread it out quite a bit, and it definitely helps for me to have like a creative plan for them. But that being said, I'm gonna call it end of stream there. Short stream today, but it's been like a weird week. So I will be live again on Monday, and I hope to see you all there if you can join. It'll be around 2 p.m. Hopefully we're at like normal time again. This week has just been a little bit off time-wise. And yeah, hope you all have a good rest of your weekend. Good start to your weekend as well. And I'll see you on Monday if you can make it. But anyways, I'll see you later. Bye-bye.